That should find the sand. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Here we have a par 5. Handy effort, that one. Playing from around 240 yards.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Just about 8 feet left to the hole. It's on a good line. And that will drop in for birdie. And that will move him to 6 under par. Harold Varner III setting up his next shot. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Opting for the 5-wood. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. And he needs this to save par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
This one's tracking. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. And now that finds him in 1st place. Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's about 155 from this hole location.
Opting for the 9-iron. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently leading by 2. almost went down. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Looks good off the blade. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now he just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Time for the second shot at the 11th. Oh, that's a great shot and a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. I don't mind the look of this. That will drop and it will extend the lead. And that will take him to 6 under. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That was a bit of a miscue.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently leading by 3. Ouch, that hurts. And this one will be for bogey. Currently at -5 now for the day. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Well struck. Second shot here on the 13th. Great shot. A chance to move to 6 under the card with this putt.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, just missed. 4 feet to the cup. Oh, nice looking putt. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Still in the lead now after that hole. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. Oh, that's a lovely shape shot. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. This putt coming up is for birdie. Ooh, putting for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently in 4th place.
Looking really good.
Oh, that's a fantastic attempt, especially from that distance, but it didn't quite drop. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This hole here is a par 4. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Playing from around 190 yards out.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
This one's headed towards the rough. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
And coming up well short.
Getting ready to play their third. He leads the field by a stroke. Wow, that almost went in the hole. A 7-footer right here.
Solid little par putt here.
It's got a chance. The putt drops, now at 5 under, heading down the stretch.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
He's currently sitting in 1st place.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Stepping up to the 16th tee now. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
This one's looking good.
And down she goes. Now leading by 1 shot.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Now at the 17th hole. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
This one needs to kick left. Yeah, quality shot, that. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, so close. This putt is from 14 feet.
He's got this for his part.
This one has eyes for the hole. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
And here we are with the third shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Well, you've got to take your hat off to them, Rich. Just an outstanding performance this week.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
On behalf of Rich Beem and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Putting for a par now.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
Couldn't convert after two good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxhole Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxhome Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing at these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
Getting ready to play their third. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Well hold. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Here we are at the third. Just needs this one to kick right. And he's safely on the green. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just didn't drop. Par putt coming up here. That's pretty tidy. Oh, that's a clutch par. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt to join those amongst the top 10 on the leaderboard. And with that lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival. It's getting serious, isn't it? Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxhole Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Playing within their comfort zone there. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Was on a good line. Opportunity to make their par. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. He's in a share of 10th position. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4. Wonderfully played. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That's frustrating. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. At -2, going along nicely today. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
Yeah, this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
This player's dialed in. What a shot. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 1 stroke off the lead. Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt will move them to 3 under par. Ouch, that hurts. And this putt to move them into a tie for 2nd. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Not bad. Already with a couple of wins under their belt. Oh, I love that. Had the confidence to stand up there and try and drive the green, and delivered.
Sitting 1 back as well, Luke, showing their intentions.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Currently at 3 under for the event. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. That should find the cut stuff. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Currently tied for the lead. Opting for the 9-iron.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a 2nd in a row here.
That was a gallant attempt. This putt was about 8 feet.
This is important. Big par putt here.
That's tracking. Nicely holed. And for par. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And this one is for his par. Well holed. Let's move on. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. Oh, that was mashed. Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. He's currently tied for first.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Now with the honour on a par 5. It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Time now for the 4th shot. He's currently tied for the lead. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
And from the greenside rough here. Wow. Well, that was an absolute beauty, particularly out of that lie. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And now at 3 under overall. There's always a sense of excitement striding onto the tee of a par 3 hole. Going with the 8-iron here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, just missed. That'll sting a bit. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Needs to make a move soon.
This lie's not great.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Yep, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
This is from miles away.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That's disappointing. Putting for a par here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Definitely needs to make a move on the field, and this is a golden opportunity on the short par 4. What will they do?
Wow, that was a great drive at the right time.
That's exactly what I had done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
A bit long on that one. This would be a clutch up and down here. How close was that to going down? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. And now teeing off on the final hole of this round. Well played, mate. Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force a playoff.
Ooh, right by the hole.
And they can only sit back and watch the victor earn his spoils.
Wow, that's misjudged. And this putt for a final score of 69.
Looks good.
And with it, that concludes his event. Well, Rich, we had high expectations for this player early, but sadly, no win in the end.
No, they just couldn't quite get their game going in the final round. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short, but what can I say? Another solid performance.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, oh, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. He's currently tied for 8th. Time to tee off at the 2nd. Opting for the 5-iron. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Okay, time to return to the action. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Ooh, that almost went down. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This one to save par.
Surely it's going to.
For the par. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. And the third hole here at Old Marina Golf Club looks very familiar, Rich. Par 4, playing 444 yards.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there is out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pool. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
That was a beauty. Just 10 feet to the cup here. Oh, how about that one? Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Teeing off here at the 4th.
Nicely done.
This shot from around the 200-yard marker. Just one stroke off the lead.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. Oh, so close. Always nice to have a birdie putt.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Going with the pitching wedge here.
They've chosen to club down here.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Okay, steady now. An opportunity to make a par here. The putt drops, and we're moving on. And now this player sits in second behind the leader, Lydia Ko. And he's down there.
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
Going with the 7. That could play.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
And down it goes. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. Checking in on the leaderboard, this player is currently tied for first with Lydia Ko.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event, the youngest men or women to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
It was on a good line. No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for a par.
Yep, you'll take that.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Going with the 5-wood. Can they get a little ground draw here? This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Nice line. Well done.
Moving right along, and they're currently tied for first in the standings with Lydia Ko.
The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one, a really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Sitting at -3, currently tied atop the leaderboard.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Well done.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Tied at the top, Rich, with the back 9 here left today.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
That's nicely done.
Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Going with the 5-iron here.
This one needs to kick left. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
And he holds it. What a putt. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Had a big eagle on the last hole.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Big chance here. Well played. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole. I'm not sure that's what they had in their mind. That's further right than they wanted. A bit wild on approach there.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt is about 17 feet long.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par.
That's well holed. And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard with Lydia Ko trailing in second place. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Quality shot, that one. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Great drive, this one. They could get all the way onto the surface. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Outstanding shot. High quality. Putting for birdie here. Get excited. This could go in. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. A quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first place with Xander Schauffele in second. Well, that's a handy shot. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. A wonderful shot into 14 and sets up another look at birdie.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
This is a good chance. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And this is quality play. Still on top of the leaderboard. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Sitting at -7. currently in top spot. Oh, that's a bonus.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Well, this one looks like it's heading to the sand. Always a tough shot to get out of.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
That dog will hunt.
13 feet to the cup. It's on a great line. Oh, that's good grit there.
That'll way to grind it out. In the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes are wide open standing here on the 17th tee of Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
That's some good golf right there. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. A par putt awaits. Get in. This putt to get to 10 under par.
Little birdie look in here.
Go on, get in the hole. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Second shot here at the 18th. Well, the putt is going to be coming out of the bag, but it's still going to be a long way from the hole. And this is why they put in hours and hours of practice. A putt to win it all.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Ooh. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Hold it. That's another victory. Hats off to them.
Oh, absolutely. Sunday fun day. Let's go find the winner and spend the check, baby.
And I got to give props to my boy in the booth, Rich Beam. I think you picked this one at the start of the week, didn't you?
Luke, it wasn't a difficult pick, let's be honest. This player has been consistent all season long. Getting the victory, no surprise whatsoever. Really good stuff.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds ringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
He's currently tied for second. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Tracking. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Currently 1 under for the tournament. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
This one's looking good.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Well, that's a nice line. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
I haven't seen a putting display like this since I was 5 years old.
And at the end of that hole, he's gone into clear outright leader. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Ouch, that hurts. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Playing from around 230 yards.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
And back to the course with the live action. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. How close was that to going down? 9 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 4 under. He sits in 1st position. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. 2nd shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
From around 170 yards here.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Going with the 7. This one heading towards the green. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke. Looking better.
Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Nicely done. And this putt will take them to 5 under par. That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away. And that puddle drop. Well done. Leading by 3 strokes now. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight 2nd shot, and a straight 3rd shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting 3rd shot.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
As we head to the back nine here at Torrey Pines Southridge, the 10th isn't a long hole, but the slope off the tee makes it a difficult one.
It is. It cambers pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I gotta say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
Big putt for par coming up. This one's online.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Still in the lead now after that hole. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
This one's for birdie. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
So far, so good.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 5 under. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here on their 13th hole. Oh, that was pure.
getting ready to play their third. Choosing the 9-iron here. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
A bit short with that effort.
And a par putt awaits him. Go in. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Currently 5 under for the event. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. That one's heading down Broadway. Playing from 110 yards out.
Wind is going straight at his back.
Opting for the 9-iron. That should set up another chance. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And that will take him to 6 under. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
I don't blame you. Worth another look there.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is what they have left for bogey.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Leading by 5 shots after that.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
That should find the surface. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Oh, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Oh, this looks pure. Oh, so close. No, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. And here we are with the third shot. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Putting for birdie. That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And now that finds him in first place. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5. You can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. That's frustrating. Hopefully they won't take that too badly. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. But hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Rich, a little bit of undulation change here at the opening hole.
The ball will be below the player's feet on this approach to the first green, so they need to take that into consideration. You might want to play for a little bit of a slice shot.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Okay, that'll work. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Okay, steady now. That'll sting a bit. Putting for a par now. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He's in a share of 7th place. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par 5s, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Yeah, that one will play. This shot here near the 200-yard marker.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Going with the hybrid.
Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
And from the bunker here. Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
And he needs this to save par.
Yep, tracking well.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. So no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out, won early a few times. But then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth, there's a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
It's a little wayward.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Here's Xander Schauffele.
Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down. Getting ready to play their third.
Just 2 shots behind.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of 2 halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Sitting at 1 under. Tied for 5th. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 2 strokes off the lead. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Super shot that. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. Now this is important. This for par. Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway, no driver needed, but the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Good shot there, Beamer. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Oh, good look at birdie here. Just not enough gas.
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
Currently a couple under for the round. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. This shot from about 190 yards out. He's 2 shots back. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Unable to find the green on this one.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 11 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
Like the look of this one. It was on a good line. And this one is for bogey.
These are on rails, looking good.
That limits the damage. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Just 2 shots back after that hole. And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the green and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
And this shot from about 150 yards out. Just a couple back from our leader. That's not what they were looking for.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Ooh, that almost went down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the round. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Didn't that look good for a long time? And this putt to move into a tie for third. Yeah, good job. Nice par. I will take that also into the top 5 now. Currently 1 under for the day. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Second shot here on the 12th. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Currently tied for third position. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
This one's dialed in. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
4 victories so far this season. Getting ready to play their third. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? That's a high-quality recovery shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
Oh, well played. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
This is on a stupendous line.
Putting for par. And the putt drops. Now 2 under, heading down the stretch.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
That's tidy. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I'm hoping for this one to fall.
That is hunting for the hole.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He's currently in the 2nd position. Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf. Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
Going with the 6-iron here. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. That's a good-looking shot there. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Looking great now.
That's a big-time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers.
Currently at -4 for the round. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short 3rd shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
From about 200 yards out.
He shares top spot.
Atta boy, good shot. And it's all come down to this. Make this putt and win the event. This has eyes for the hole, where you can start etching that name into the wall of champions, forever etched in history here at Pebble Beach. AT&T Pro-Am champion. Well played.
And no better feeling, Luke, than to win on this classic layout. Pebble Beach Golf Links, a victory they will surely remember for the rest of their days.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.